Hi guys! So today's video we are tackling the bathtub. This has been a really big journey for this bathtub, but if you guys haven't seen our master bathroom makeover, you guys should go check that out. Basically, it's leading all the way up until the point of doing the bathtub, which is today's video. So our bathroom had this beautiful tub surround. So we decided to rip out the tub surround, ripped out the tub part, and to our surprise, there's a complete layer of this tar on the bottom part of the tub. So I get in the tub, I'm like using all these scraping tools, I'm sitting there scraping it, I'm like pulling it up, and it's literally just these huge like strands of black goo, and it was such a mess. I remember my friends were like yelling at me. They're like, do not do this. You could like do something to your skin. You could do something to your face. It's the week of your wedding. Like, you are stupid. Don't do it. But I was just like so determined. And Connor was like in the tub with me. We were taking turns trying to get this stuff out. We put Goo Gone in there. We even put WD-40. Connor got diesel from his truck and put diesel in the tub. We were trying so many things to like disintegrate this tar. I thought we would never get it out. So we finally got the tar out of the bathtub, which leads us to present day of what it looks like. It looks so rough and so bad. So I found this kit, which I'm going to cut to that clip right now. So here is the kit that I got. It's the Rust-Oleum Tub and Tile Refinishing Kit. I'll link it down below in the description box for you guys. I'm really excited to try it. So let's open it up and see what we're working with. So we have part A, which is the activator, and then, ooh, it smells really strong already. Oh Lord, I'm gonna get so sick. Part B is the base. So I did, we just have like one of these rollers. If you guys haven't seen, I have a video on how to paint the backsplash of your kitchen, and this is how it came out. So gorgeous. So I'll leave that video linked down below. I bought this for that video, and then I'm just using the same rollers for it. So this is what they are called. The box does say to use like a low nap roller, but this worked so well on the tiles. So I think I just want to go with this because a lot of people were saying the rollers they say to use don't work. So we're gonna try this out. Okay, so now is the bad part, to show you guys what our bathtub looks like. It is so rough. So here is what it looks like. Let me just put the brightness down so you guys can like get the full effect. So basically this shower had this shower insert, which it still has all up along here. Basically we want to eventually put tile in around the shower, but again, we don't know how long we're actually going to live in this house. We're kind of just assuming a couple years, so we might not even get to it, which is fine. So what we wanted to do was we wanted to take the tub surround out just to see like what this tub would look like. And this is what it looks like. We love the like design of it and the shape of it, so we're happy we did that. But obviously it is pretty rough looking. Like there's some markings on it. And then this is what the inside of it looks like. The first thing we're gonna need to do is go around the tub and take out all of the old caulking. And then step 2 is to sand the tub. And mind you, I have already completely like scrubbed the tub down, which is what you really should do first. I just did that when I took a shower in it the other day. All of the caulking is off of the tub, so our next step is to take some sandpaper and to just go over the entire tub. So I have a couple options. I have some sandpaper on one of these holders, or I also have a actual power sander. So I'm gonna see how this one goes, but it might just be easier to use that one on a very light setting. So let's see. everything is completely sanded, so we're gonna go in with some painter's tape and tape up everything that should not be painted. So I have everything taped off, and I just went over the tub with one of these cloths. It just kind of helps to pick up all the dust. So now we're gonna actually paint. So basically what the instructions say to do is to mix part A and part B together. So I think I'm just gonna dump them both in here because I don't really know how else to do it. And then we mix it up, and then we're gonna start to roll it on. I am very excited. I do have one of these masks on because it says specifically to wear one of these. It's super lightheaded with projects like this, and I am home alone, so I don't want to faint or anything, so I'm definitely gonna throw this on. So I'm going to be doing a voiceover for parts of this video because I had that mask on, so I obviously couldn't talk. But this is what it looks like when you mix part A and part B. I felt like it was a little bit hard to mix doing the method I did, which was probably not the best. So I'd recommend maybe putting it into a bigger paint can and shaking it up. That way it mixes better because I felt like it just wasn't really combining super great. But once I had it mixed, I took my roller, and obviously this is so self-explanatory, I just rolled it in the paint. And I was kind of wondering, like, should I put a lot of paint on the roller or should I go with really thin coats? I ended up putting a lot of paint on the roller, but then I also rolled a lot of it off. Sorry, Wilbur just barked. So as I got a lot of the paint off, I went in for the first roll of paint, which was so nerve-wracking. But to my surprise, it was really easy to do. I will say that my first coat of paint did come out a little bit streaky, but don't worry if that happens to you guys because you can't even tell once it dries. I remember like leaving the room once it was done and I was like, oh no, this is gonna be so bad looking, but it's okay because everything pretty much just comes to like an even layer once it dries somehow. I also thought that I would need a paintbrush to get into some of the corners and the curves of the tub, but this little roller hit every curve and every part that I needed it to, which was awesome. You might just have to like move the brush around in some weird angles, but it totally worked. So as you guys can see, the paint looks like it's almost separating from the tub a little bit, and this was an issue that a lot of the people put on Amazon for the reviews of it. A lot of people were saying this happened, and I'm not really sure what you can do about it. So on parts of the front of the tub for the first coat, I did use a paintbrush, and it was horrible with the paintbrush. I would not recommend it. So for the second coat, I ended up just using the roller. You guys can see right there, there's like a paint streak from the brush. But I just rubbed the tub because that meant that the tub was dry. That was my way of telling you guys without any voice. So basically it took me about 30 minutes to paint each coat on, and then I let it dry for an hour before putting the next coat on. So this is coat number 2, and you guys can see right here how much the second coat really helps this tub to just look a lot better color-wise. However, those pesky little holes did start to come through. After doing this project, I kind of had a couple of theories as to why it happened. So the first one that I was thinking is I think it might just need more layers, because as each layer went on, the holes got lesser and lesser. I don't think that's even proper English, but you guys know what I mean. You couldn't really see them as much. So I think maybe if I put another coat on this, it would completely cover the holes. Maybe it needs another 2 coats. The container says that it only needs 2 coats of paint, which it definitely needs more. Maybe if you have a white tub, you could get away with 2 coats, but I think 3 coats is probably like a good happy medium for it. So here are the bubbles after the second coat dried. There's not as many, but there's still a ton of them. But I would say by the time I put the third coat on, the bubbles probably went down like 90%. And I also wanted to show you guys how much paint was left in here after, or going into my third coat. So it was right about there. A lot of people also complained that there wasn't enough paint, and they said that they had to get like multiple cans to do their bathtub, which I really don't know how that's possible because I had a bunch of paint left over. I did read that the paint only lasts for about 6 days after it's opened. So for me, it wasn't possible to put another coat on because we had to leave for vacation, and I were not going to be able to leave the house and not use the bathtub for another period of time like this. So probably the next time we go on vacation, I'll try to put another couple coats on the bathtub. But this is what the third coat looks like. And it was actually, I was very shocked at how hard it was. This was when I came back from vacation a few days later. I don't know if I made this clear, but you have to let this sit for 3 full days before you can use it. And I highly recommend not staying in your house when you use this stuff because it is so strong. It will like knock your socks off. It's really bad. I can still kind of smell the odor in the house, and I did this last Friday and today is Thursday. So it still is pretty strong, but I'm also very sensitive to scents where Connor can't really smell it anymore. So it might just be me. But anyway, I am now just taking off all of the tape. And don't worry if it looks a little bit rough because your caulking can completely change all of that. And if like any of the paint chipped off or anything like that, you can really just fill it in with the caulking. So there's nothing to worry about. But luckily the paint didn't chip off or anything like that. And I don't really see how the paint could chip off because it seems like it's a really, really sturdy, strong product. So this is the final result of the bathtub. I can't believe how good it looks. Like I said, it was only, maybe I didn't say this, but it was only $23.95, I think, for this product. So for 23 bucks, you can't go wrong. It was such a great deal, and I absolutely love how the tub looks. So I do want to say that the tub isn't perfect. You can still see some of those holes on only certain parts of the tub, but it is 100% better than what it looked like before. And I really think that once I add another coat or two in the future, it will completely take all those bubbles out. So that is my bathtub makeover. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I can't talk. I would 100% do this again. And I've been thinking about doing the walls of the shower and painting those white if we don't end up doing tile in there. So I love this product. I would give it like probably like 7.5 out of 10, only because those like bubbles form and the scent is really, really strong. But I think it was worth it, especially for $24. You can't go wrong. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys do this to your tub, be sure to tag me in your pictures because I would love to see it. But I hope you guys are having a great day, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye. Bye-bye.